Today on TVC News, the Tennessee is Not for Sale campaign continues to fight against Governor Haslam's bill to outsource jobs. How the initiative teamed up with the Tyson House to continue their fight against it.
Plus, one 5K race brought out hundreds of people to World's Fair Park. How they were able to raise money and spread awareness for a great cause.
And with Thanksgiving being right around the corner, TVC Sabrina Schulhauser is in the kitchen cooking up an easy treat to enjoy for the holiday. And all that coming up and more. Welcome to another episode of TVC News. I'm Beverly Banks.
And I'm Kelsey Krieger. The Tennessee is Not for Sale campaign has been fighting for their jobs as Governor Haslam's bill to outsource facility management inches closer to reality.
That's right. Well, TVC's Molly Yerger is in the studio with us now. The Tyson House teamed up with a campaign to discuss the morality of Governor Haslam's bill.
This past Monday, many concerned UT affiliates met together in the Tyson House Chapel for an interfaith prayer vigil. Interfaith Worker Justice and Jobs for Justice sponsored the event, an opportunity for many folks from around the community to get together and pray. The event was all part of Tennessee is Not for Sale, a campaign to spread awareness and stop Governor Haslam's plan to outsource maintenance workers statewide.
You know, for us, it's our house. You know, we repair that, we fix it, and we clean it as quickly as possible.
Governor Haslam's plan to save money has left about 10,000 jobs in jeopardy. Tom Anderson, a buyer and facilities worker here at the university, hopes students at UTK will become more aware of what's at stake.
You know, we don't look for, you know, what we can take home. Everything we get, we invest into the campus or into the buildings that we. Every individual that a student interacts with at the university has a part in their life at the university. You know, student success isn't just getting good grades or getting a degree, you know, it's the whole experience.
Facilities workers have been fighting for their jobs for over 16 months so far and aren't expecting to find out an answer for more than 2 more months. If Governor Haslam's plan goes through, Anderson says every UT student will be affected.
There's a big difference when the custodian cleaning your dorm is somebody that works for a private company that may be there next week or may not be.
John Sheffer, who is a supporter of Tennessee is Not for Sale, says facility members, along with everyone else on campus, rely on facility workers at UTK to keep the campus working. For TVC News, I'm Molly Yerger. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Molly. And for more information on the Tennessee is Not for Sale or the bill Governor Haslam is proposing, you can visit their Facebook page by searching TN is Not for Sale.
As Veterans Day stands to honor our heroes, UT's Haslam College of Business took the day to recognize campus's own veterans. The honorary event was sponsored by the Haslam Office of Diversity and Community Relations. United States Marine Corps and keynote speaker Kenneth Dunn was in attendance and spoke on his experiences in the military. Along with Dunn, Professor and former Navy officer Dan Flint was recognized for his work in the military as well as his UT career. The event was open to all veterans, active service members, and the entire Knoxville community were all invited to come out and honor local servicemen and women. Many veterans spoke on their experiences in the military.
Experience has been positive. From the first time I went to boot camp in 1995 until now, 21 years later, I've learned a lot of things about myself, about others, about leadership, about teamwork. So it's all been positive experiences. Of course, there are ups and downs. Some things aren't so fun, but that comes with anything you do.
Over 200 students gathered last Thursday to protest on campus.
Reporter Beverly Banks has more on the story.
Student protests began on pedestrian walkway this past Thursday. Both Trump and non-Trump supporters voiced their opinions throughout the day of the protest. Non-Trump supporters began protests in the Humanities and Social Sciences amphitheater. Then students marched for a sit-in on pedestrian walkway near Hodges Library.
The values that your ancestors stood for, and only that will be your survival and your
supporters and Hillary supporters have come out today to voice their opinions. You can see right behind me, the protest has continued all afternoon. I spoke with two students later in the day about their different takes on the protest.
People decide to counter-protest that protest. So I came out here today because I would try to get through and go to my business class, and I was angry because I could not get through, and I was met with some opposition to that.
I think it's good in terms of like people expressing that, because it's actually been like a silent war going on. Like no one knew who they were voting for, because either way both candidates wasn't who we wanted. And I believe that we haven't had open space to talk until like when Trump actually got elected, which was kind of too late.
The protest exposed student divisions on the UT campus. For TVC News, this is Beverly Banks reporting.
Multiple protests occurred across the United States after the presidential election results were announced.
Coming up after the break, the smoky haze continues to fill the air this week on Rocky Top. TVC's Elizabeth Longmire has the latest on the air conditions and quality in her weekly forecast.
And another win for the Vols this week could lead them a little bit closer to the SEC East title. TVC Sports Director Elena Emery has your play-by-play on their win against the Wildcats.
The UT Student Health Center offers a variety of services for students, faculty, and staff of the university. Our full-service pharmacy is staffed with licensed pharmacists who are dedicated to the health and well-being of the UT community. Located on campus across from the Rock, the UT Student Health Center Pharmacy provides the same services offered at large retail chains at your convenience. We accept most insurance plans, so you will be able to purchase the medication you need for an affordable price. At the University of Tennessee, your health is essential. So come by our pharmacy and remember, a healthy Vol is a happy Vol.
Welcome back to TVC News. Well, another week closer to getting out of school brings another week of cool weather.
That's right. Well, TVC's Elizabeth Longmire is in the studio with a closer look at your forecast for the final week of school. Elizabeth?
Thanks, guys. This upcoming week will be mostly sunny to partly cloudy. The rain forecast has not changed much, as East Tennessee is still experiencing a severe drought. However, showers are expected to come next weekend. Hopefully, we can hold out for that. Temperatures are peaking in the mid-70s tomorrow and Friday with lows in the 40s. Game day is much cooler with a high of 59 and a low of 32, and partly cloudy skies to accompany the last home game of the season. Temperatures continue to dip on Sunday with a high of 47 and a low of 25. Monday will be about the same with a high of 50 and a low of 27. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, you can expect partly cloudy skies. The high Tuesday will be 57 and the low will be 46. Temperatures continue to warm back up Wednesday with a high of 60 and a low of 40. Be sure to enjoy the slightly warmer temperatures the next few days before the weekends get chilly. Well, the Vols played another great game this past weekend. I'm going to toss it over to TVC Sports Director Elena Emery. Elena, how do you think the Vols are going to round out this year?
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Well, like you said, football fans, this season is quickly coming to an end here on Rocky Top as the Vols play their last home game this weekend against Missouri. The Vols are coming off a huge SEC win against Kentucky, winning 49-36. The team seemed to prove that they can do just fine without running back Jalen Hurd, as Alvin Kamara and John Kelly Jr. stepped up seamlessly. Cam Sutton also made his comeback after missing 6 games due to a leg injury. He had 2 pass breakups, making him the career record holder with 36. The game against Missouri is important if the Vols want to keep their chances of the SEC East alive. Let's see what Coach Butch Jones had to say about the upcoming game.
And then Missouri defensively lead the SEC with 13 interceptions. The last 2 games, they've had 10 sacks and 18 TFLs. Very, very talented defensive front, one of the best defensive ends we'll face all year. He'll be a high-round draft pick in this year's upcoming draft. And then special teams, very, very talented in terms of the return game. I believe they average over 15 yards per punt return. So a very, very good football team, and we have to have our best week of preparation to date.
On Saturday, the Volunteers will celebrate Senior Day, honoring the legacies that will be left behind. This includes quarterback Josh Dobbs, who's had an amazing career with the Vols, winning 21 of 32 starts. Dobbs reflected on his time at UT, saying, quote, "The time flew by. It has been enjoyable, and I'm just trying to keep everything in perspective." Kickoff is 3:30 on Saturday on CBS. Both men and women's basketball teams won this weekend. The men took on App State, winning 103-94, and the women beat ETSU 83-58. Both of their seasons are off to a great start, and let's hope they continue as they hit the road this weekend. That's it for sports. Back to y'all at the desk.
The semester rounds out, we are one step closer to holiday cooking, baking, and eating, and I know I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. Well, if you're still looking for something to make this holiday season, we have you covered. TVC's Sabrina Schulhauser is in the kitchen with a quick, easy, and delicious holiday treat.
Hi guys, my name is Sabrina, and today we will be making a holiday treat for this new fall season. It is a cinnamon roll with an apple filling in it. It's a twist on the cinnamon roll, and it's great for breakfast, brunch, or a dessert after dinner. Alrighty, today we will be using Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. I got the cinnamon rolls because I think that they taste a little bit better. You will be getting 2 cans of those. As well, we will have 3 peeled apples. I already peeled the apples, and we are going to cut them up and put them inside the cinnamon roll. We will be putting the apples in a brown sugar and cinnamon mixture to give them a little bit more flavor to them. As well, you will need a baking pan, like so, and just have that sprayed down with oil, and we will get started. Alrighty y'all, so first we are going to need to peel our apples, which I have already done here, and then we are going to chop them up into small size pieces. I've already started chopping them up, but we have 2 more apples left because the recipe calls for 3. So I'm just going to start chopping up the apples. You want them in smaller chunks here, but not completely diced. Apples are the key to this recipe because they have that great sour taste mixed with the cinnamon and the brown sugar. So we have finished cutting up all of our peeled green apples here, and now what we are going to do really quick is we're going to take 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and we're just gonna plop that right in there. And then we are going to take 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon here, and we're gonna make the mixture that we're gonna put inside those cinnamon rolls to jazz them up a little bit. Put that in there. And then you're just gonna take a spoon and just start mixing all that up into the apples. Alrighty, so we are going to spray down our pan. Okay, now we're gonna open up those cinnamon rolls. You wanna take the wrapping off, and then you're gonna pop it open. There we have our cinnamon rolls. As you can see, they're a little small. So what we're gonna do, since our cinnamon rolls are lining the cupcake pan, is we are going to smush them here. It's about that shape. We are going to take that and just line the pan with it. So it almost kind of makes like a cupcake holder for the pan. Alright, so once your cinnamon rolls look like this, we are going to take out that green apple mixture we made. It's good to let the seasoning kind of like sit in it for a little while. Really get all those flavors up. And we're just going to take a spoonful, a little bit more, and start filling the cinnamon rolls up. Set them in the oven. Be sure to preheat your oven to 350. Alrighty, so we're gonna take the store-bought icing that comes with the cinnamon rolls, but we're gonna spice it up a little bit. So what I have done is I've taken the store-bought icing from both of the packs, put it into a bowl. I am going to take about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, just a little tiny bit. You're gonna splash it on in there, and then we're gonna take some vanilla extract, and we're gonna do about half of that 1/4. We want a very small amount of vanilla extract in this dish. We're gonna splash that on in there. And then we're just gonna take a spoon mix that all together. Once that is all combined in there, hey y'all, it's been about 17 minutes in the oven, and I think our cinnamon rolls are about done. I'm gonna just pull them on out of the oven here. They smell super delicious. They look amazing. We want them to have a little bit of that golden brown texture. We spray the pan so those cupcakes, so they come out nice and easy from that cupcake pan. Drizzle it on up over those cinnamon rolls. Y'all, we have finished our cinnamon apple rolls. They are all complete and ready to eat. They're nice and warm. This treat only takes about 20 minutes to make. It's a 5-minute prep time. Pop them in the oven for 15 minutes. Super easy to do, and they are delicious. Thank you so much for watching.
Coming up after the break, students with food allergies are limited to the food on campus they can eat. TVC investigates why more allergy-free food options are not provided.
And 2 dogs find their new home in East Tennessee and have some pretty unique East Tennessee flair. You're watching TVC News. Stay with us.
Good news for Tennessee fans after this weekend. No injuries.
I'm Danielle Clark. I'm a junior majoring in journalism at UT. I'm executive producer for Sports Mecca, which is a discussion, debate-style sports show at the Volunteer Channel. I've been involved since my freshman year, so this is currently my 3rd year. Really, anytime I'm, directing and being able to coordinate everyone is just such an awesome experience for me. Perfect timing, really excellent job. Okay. I think that that's something you can't get with any other organization. Just being able to learn about the equipment and the processes and everything that goes on in the studio is so similar to real world experience, and I think that that's really prepared me for my future.
Welcome back. For some students, spending their flex dollars on campus becomes a little bit more of a challenge.
TVC's Savanna Maneri gets a closer look into the problem of food allergies and restrictions on campus.
For many students, the hardest part of eating on campus is deciding what you're in the mood for. But for students who struggle with food allergies and restrictions, they have a lot more to consider. Sophomore Jake Albright is allergic to gluten, which means wheat, flour, and bread products are not an option.
I get extremely bored eating salad. I eat a lot of the same thing, like Salad Creations is my go-to. They probably know my order down there because I go there so often because that's about the only thing I can eat.
The limited options and the concern for cross-contamination can add additional stress to a student's daily routine.
Resort and going back home, it's a lot easier at home. I know I'm not cross-contaminating my food.
Of UT's 33 food supplying locations, Jake finds that only a select few, the Pod Market and Salad Creations, offer him the security of getting a gluten-free meal while avoiding cross-contamination.
Well, most of UT's food options are not gluten-free. Most of it's bread-related, like we have Subway, we have Panda that has noodles and stuff, so I'm really restricted on what I can go and eat. I can't just go anywhere.
Food allergies and restrictions are a huge concern for students at UT. The meals college students consume have a huge impact on their school performance and overall health.
Right, well, we know with limited food availability that can have major impacts on not only their long-term health, short-term health, but how they feel.
Sarah Colby is an associate professor in the nutrition department.
The bigger problem is actually about communication, to be honest, because they may have many more options than they're aware of.
Colby suggests that a stronger communication system between those preparing and providing the food and those consuming it can help identify more food options. More communication also opens the door to further research about the issue.
And I have to admit, this is not an area that we've included so far in our research because I didn't think about it. The great part is because we care, once we're aware, we can do something.
Getting the conversation started and bringing awareness is a huge step in the right direction. There are a lot more conversations left to be had. For UT Today, this is Savanna Maneri.
2 golden retrievers made it all the way from Istanbul, Turkey to find a second chance in East Tennessee. Adopt a Golden Knoxville has partnered with shelters in Turkey to help rescue abandoned golden retrievers and relocate them to homes in the Knoxville area. These 2 dogs embarked on a 2-day-long journey to get here, and to make them feel more at home, they were given Lady Vol-inspired names. One named Catchings, after WNBA star and Olympian Tamika Catchings, and the other Candace, after recent WNBA champion Candace Parker. The 2 are now in foster homes, but are looking for their forever family.
We're just thrilled that we're able to do this. The community support has been great. We have people that are interested in fostering and donating money.
And by fostering, you get to know these dogs better than anyone else has probably ever known them. And so you get to help select a family that's going to be perfect for them.
Well, if one win wasn't enough, students have another chance to beat Kentucky this week at the Orange and Blue Blood Drive. The Medic Blood Center is hosting a competition week at UT for who can give the most amount of blood, Kentucky or UT. Participants receive a free t-shirt, admission to Fantasy of Trees, pizza from Papa John's, a Chick-fil-A sandwich, Wendy's Frosty, and a Texas Roadhouse appetizer when they give blood. Be the Match is also there to educate students about giving bone marrow to save a life. Snacks and beverages are provided while they are giving blood. The blood drive will continue until 7 p.m. Friday. Make sure you do your part this week to make UT the winner.
The annual Subway race was in full force this past weekend.
TVC reporter Maneri O'Neill was there to get the inside scoop on how this event was more than just a 5K.
World's Fair Park held the 23rd annual Subway Race Against Cancer, where participants raced to honor both survivors and victims.
1,000 participants registered to compete in the 5K. The race started at 3 p.m. Pre-race festivities and entertainment were provided. Festivities included dancing, a kids' tent with balloons, face painting, and Disney characters, and different booths around the park to visit. Entertainment included live music performances by a local band, the Pop Rocks. A special tribute was made to all the cancer survivors, and there was a wall to sign honoring the past and present victims. Corbin Lovelace talks about how this race has impacted him.
My uncle died of cancer, so that it really didn't cross my mind until I got here and started running and saw people kind of paying tribute to their relatives or whoever, and I thought, you know, this is a good thing to pay tribute to him.
After the race, trophies were given out to everyone that placed within their age groups. Participants were treated to food and beverages from Subway, including sandwiches, chips, and cookies. Over $51,000 in donations were raised in this event alone. Over the past 22 years, the Subway Race Against Cancer has worked to raise over $5 million toward cancer research and care. Matthew Palmy talks about why he chose to run in the 5K.
Yeah, it's just a race supporting cancer in the Thompson Cancer Survival Center, so we're just out here trying to help a good cause.
Heath Belcher says he is happy to support a great cause.
I've lost 2 grandparents to cancer, actually, so that was any kind of cause that has to do with cancer, something I'll try to go out and support.
Belcher also talks about the most rewarding aspect of the race.
I just doing it with my 2 friends and seeing everyone out here support a good cause.
More information on how to get involved next year, visit raceagainstcancer.org. For TVC News, I'm Maneri O'Neill. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mary. This Thursday, the Pride Center is hosting their annual Thanksgiving potluck, Friendsgiving, from 5 to 8 p.m. Mary C. Greer Room at Hodges Library. Many students are not free to be their true selves while at home for the holidays, so the Pride Center hosts this event for LGBTQ+ students and allies to provide a safe space for everyone to enjoy the holiday tradition. Friendsgiving is open to faculty, staff, and all members of the community. It is encouraged that you bring a dish if you wish to attend. You can sign up via the event's Facebook page.
Campus Events Board is hosting the last fall night long of this semester from Friday 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. in the Hyper Building. The theme is Wanted. The first 500 people will get Buddy's Barbecue, and 10 people will win 2 tickets to a showing of Fantastic Beasts. There will also be a mechanical bull, laser tag, cornhole, and old-time photo booth, popcorn, and HBO showing of 2 Westworld episodes. This event is free to students who opted in, so don't miss out.
The University of Tennessee Press staff is conducting a book sale in the first floor lobby of the UT Conference Center this Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Most paperbacks will be $5 and hardcovers will be $10. There will also be some recent titles at reduced prices. The UT Press staff has just finished their fall travel season, so be sure to go out and support your fellow Vols. The UT Conference Center is located off campus on Henley Street. That's going to do it for today's show. I am Kelsey Krieger.
And I'm Beverly Banks. Thanks for watching TVC News this semester. We'll catch you in 2017.